Hello friends, hope you are doing well. So in this video we are going to see what is point of counterflexure and what is its importance in the civil engineering. So let us start it. So first I will tell you one thing. What is that is, if you take the reinforcing in beams, and when it is a fixed beam, or else if it is a continuous beam, then what happens is, so here if you keep the steel bars like this, initially, then these bars we will bend at the supports, okay, nearer to the support. Suppose this is one of the support, let us say. So nearer to the supports we will bend the bars like this, okay, nearer to the supports we will bend the bars like this. So why we have to bend the bars? So now this placing of bars, it depends on the bending moment at that point, okay. Placing of bars depends on what? A bending moment at that point. So suppose if you take the bending moment diagram for a fixed beam, okay, this is the fixed beam, you can see both ends are fixed here, and on the fixed beam I am applying the UDL like this. So after applying the UDL, your bending moment diagram will be like this, okay. That means at this central portion, it is the sagging bending moment, and nearer the supports, it is the hogging bending moment. Nearer the supports, it is which bending moment? Hogging bending moment. So now whenever there is sagging, that is called as basically positive bending moment, and whenever hogging is there, that is called as a negative bending moment. Now suppose if the bending moment is positive, then whatever the cross section is there, okay. So if whenever the bending moment is positive, so whatever the fibers are there, that will bend like this, okay, that will be subjected to expansion or contraction like this. So in case of the sagging moment, whatever the top fibers are there, they will be subjected to the compression, and whatever the bottom fibers are there, they will be subjected to the tension. So in case of sagging, top fibers are subjected to the compression and bottom fibers are subjected to the tension. Now you know that when you take the beam, you have to place the steel there. In the beam we have to place the steel. Now that reinforcement, that steel, you have to provide first in the tension zone. That's why we will keep the bars below the neutral axis, okay. We will keep the bars below the neutral axis, at the center of the beam, or else nearer to the center of the beam. You can see that here, okay. Then at supports what happened is, at the supports we have the hogging bending moment, and whenever that hogging bending moment is there, whatever the top fibers are there, they will be subjected to expansion, and bottom fibers are subjected to compression. So this is the tension and this is the compression. So now in this case, where we have to keep the steel bars? Above the neutral axis like this, okay. So now if you observe, here it is the sagging moment, here it is the hogging moment. In the sagging we have to keep the steel bars, in the sagging we have to place the tension reinforcement below the neutral axis. In the hogging we have to place the tension reinforcement above the neutral axis. Okay, so now I think you are getting the point. So in the fixed beam, as the bending moment diagram is like this, so here we have to place the steel below the neutral axis. That means whenever the bending moment is sagging, we have to place the steel below the neutral axis, and whenever the bending moment is negative, we have to place the bars above the neutral axis. We have to place the bars above the neutral axis. So now, instead of placing the bars here as well as here, okay, instead of placing the bars here as well as here, what I am doing is, that means instead of placing the tension reinforcement in both the places, what I am doing is, I am providing the tension reinforcement like this, and here the bending moment is negative, so we don't need to keep the tension reinforcement beyond this point. So I will bend my bars like this, and I will extend the tension reinforcement above the neutral axis. Same I will do on this side also. So beyond this point, bending moment is negative. Okay, beyond this point, bending moment is negative. So hogging moment, it is, tension will be above the neutral axis. So I have to keep the bars like this. So that's the purpose. We provide the bent up bars in the RCC beam. So now, if you see the point of contraflexure, what is point of contraflexure is point at which bending moment changes its sign. Okay, so now whenever the bending moment changes its sign, then what happens is, suppose if it is the positive bending moment, tension reinforcement we are keeping below the neutral axis. If it is the negative bending moment, we are keeping the tension reinforcement above the neutral axis like this. So now, the importance of the point of contraflexure is, wherever the point of contraflexure is there, beyond that point, okay, suppose if the point of contraflexure is here, beyond this point, you have to provide your tension reinforcement above the neutral axis. Okay, if suppose this is the point of contraflexure, up to this point we have to place the steel tension reinforcement below the neutral axis, but beyond this point we have to provide the tension reinforcement above the neutral axis. Okay, so that's the importance of point of contraflexure. So placing of steel, that depends on what? That depends on the point of contraflexure. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, then you may then why it is called as point of contraflexure is, okay, let us see that. So basically, flexure means what? Flexure means bending, which is the combination of tension and compression. Okay, so flexure meaning is bending, which is the combination of tension and compression. So now, whenever bending moment changes its sign, your compression goes here, tension comes here. Okay, so initially up to certain point, if the bending is like this, if the flexure is like this, but beyond that point, your flexure will be like this. That means flexure is changing its nature. That's why it is called as contraflexure. And at whatever the point the contraflexure is happening, that we are calling as point of contraflexure. So overall, what is the importance of point of contraflexure is, based on the point of contraflexure, we have to keep the tension reinforcement at the correct position. Okay, so that's the thing. So hope you like the video. If you like it, please share it to your friends and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.